I stood there, my mind racing, trying to process the weight of Peter's words. The room felt colder than it should have, the sterile white walls pressing in on me. Diana was sitting beside me, her hand resting on her swollen belly, her eyes flicking between me and her father. Peter's cold gaze was locked on mine. "You have two choices," he said, his voice calm, almost too calm. "First, take $10 million and leave. Never speak to Diana or my family again. Or second, stay. But understand this, you'll never get a dime of the Hahn family's wealth. The child will take Diana's surname, not yours." I felt my throat tighten as I looked at Diana. She wasn't crying, not anymore. The tears had stopped long ago. But her eyes, filled with a cold hardness, pierced me. She knew exactly what Peter was asking. I opened my mouth to speak, but no words came out. The weight of the decision was unbearable. But deep down, I knew what I had to do. The thought of staying, living a life with nothing but her, while she held all the power, made my stomach churn. I glanced at her father again. His eyes held no warmth, just a businesslike calculation. I couldn't live like that. Not anymore. "I choose the first option," I said, my voice barely above a whisper. But the words were final. Diana's face twisted in shock, then anger. "You're leaving me?" she whispered, her voice breaking. "After everything?" I didn't answer. I couldn't. I can't escape the look on Diana's face. It burns into me. Her eyes widen in shock, her lips parting, but no words come out at first. Peter stands there, silent, as if he's already won, already written this part of my life. But I've made up my mind. I can't stay. Not after everything. Not after what she's already done to me. "I choose the first option," I say, my voice strained but firm. "I'll take the money and I'll leave." Diana's breath hitches. For a moment she just stares at me. Then the fury in her eyes erupts. "What?" she spits, her voice rising in anger. "Are you serious? You're going to abandon me? Abandon our child for $10 million? She stands up, her fists clenched. "You're nothing but a coward. A man who can't even stand by his own family." Her words cut deep, but I force myself to remain still, to not react. I feel a hollow ache in my chest, but I don't let it show. "Diana, you're not the woman I thought you were. You're not my family anymore." She steps forward, her voice thick with emotion. "I loved you. You don't even care about me, about us." Her eyes fill with tears, but I don't flinch. "I'm sorry," I whisper, the words tasting bitter in my mouth. "But I know this is the only way forward." She looks at me one last time, then turns away, slamming the door behind her. The money feels cold in my hands. I've paid the price and now I'm supposed to be free. But the freedom feels hollow. I stare at the check Peter gave me, trying to ignore the nagging feeling in my chest. I thought I would feel liberated, like I could finally breathe without the weight of Diana's presence, but the emptiness is overwhelming. I throw myself into work, signing deals, making investments, building the life I thought I wanted. But the silence at home is deafening. No laughter. No warmth. Just the cold hum of a life I've constructed to escape the mess I've made. I can't help but wonder, did I make the right choice? Was it worth it? The money was supposed to fix everything, but it hasn't. I didn't realize how much I'd miss her voice, her touch, the way she used to smile at me even when things were tough. Now there's nothing. Just the echoes of my own thoughts. Diana's face appears in my mind, her words echoing, "You're nothing but a coward." The insult stings, but it's not what hurts the most. It's the fact that she was right in some way. I left her. For money. And I don't know if I can live with that. A few weeks go by and I start hearing things about Diana. She's still in the media, still pretending to live the perfect life. But I know her better than that. I know the cracks in her facade are beginning to show. The pride she hides behind keeps her from calling me, but I know she feels the absence too. I still can't shake the emptiness. The money, the success, it's all supposed to feel like something. But it doesn't. It's just a reminder that I gave up something real for something fake. I throw myself into work, letting the numbers and spreadsheets numb the thoughts that keep creeping into my mind. The investment was smart. The business is thriving. I can feel the weight of success slowly replacing the emptiness I felt when I left Diana. But no matter how hard I try to push it away, the nagging feeling that something is missing lingers. I scroll through my phone one night, half distracted, and there it is, her face on my screen. Diana, smiling brightly, her perfect life laid out for everyone to see. There's a new man beside her now, a man I don't know, but who she looks happy with. It stings and I hate myself for even caring. I set my phone down, trying to shake off the familiar ache in my chest, but the image stays with me. Diana's life looks flawless now. She's out there living her best life, and here I am, alone with only my success to show for it. I catch myself checking her social media more often than I should. Her posts, her perfect pictures. But the truth is, I see through it. I know her better than anyone. Her happiness, her confidence, they're just a mask. I can feel it. I can see it in the way she looks at him, how it's not quite the same as the way she looked at me. I shouldn't care. I shouldn't be looking at her life like this. But I can't stop myself. Every time I see her smiling with him, I feel like I'm losing a piece of myself. It's too late to go back, but somehow I can't shake the feeling that my decision cost me more than I bargained for. I'm walking through the crowded street when I spot her. Diana. My heart skips a beat and for a moment I freeze. She's standing there talking to a man I don't recognize. A businessman probably. He's dressed sharply, his hand on her lower back in a possessive way. And there she is, smiling at him like I used to dream of seeing. I force my feet to move, but as I get closer, I feel a tight knot form in my chest. She hasn't seen me yet, but when she does, her eyes widen in surprise. Then something flashes in them, resentment maybe? Or just a hint of guilt. Her smile falters, but she quickly fixes it. Kevin, she says, her voice tight like she's forcing the words out. Hey, I reply, keeping my tone even. The man beside her looks me up and down, sizing me up as if questioning what I'm doing here. Diana's hand moves to his arm, and the gesture is almost like a warning to me. She doesn't want me in her life. I can feel it. Her gaze meets mine again, and for a moment, it's like everything between us floods back. Anger, pain, regret. But then something changes in me. I'm not that guy anymore. I'm not the one who still needs her. Good to see you're doing well, I say, keeping it simple, my voice steady. She blinks, her eyes searching my face looking for something. But I don't let her find it. I'm happy, she says, her voice tinged with something I can't place. I've moved on. I nod, a small smile tugging at my lips. So have I. With that, I turn and walk away. The knot in my chest loosens. It's final now. I've moved on, and this encounter only proved it. I open the letter slowly, my fingers trembling. It's from Diana. A part of me hesitates, but curiosity wins. I had thought I was done with her, but this letter, it pulls me back. As I read the first few lines, my stomach twists. Diana, in her own words, admits to everything. The affair. The betrayal. The child she carried might not even be mine. I stop reading for a moment, my heart pounding in my chest. I feel like I've been struck. A sickening wave of disbelief washes over me, but there's also something else. A strange kind of peace, like a weight being lifted off my shoulders. The truth. The truth I never knew. I let out a breath, trying to process it all. I'm not the one to blame. Not for any of it. The guilt I've carried with me for so long, the shame that haunted me every time I thought about her, it all starts to fade. I'm not the one who ruined everything. I didn't destroy us. She did. I laugh softly, bitterly. Feels almost surreal to finally know. All the confusion, the doubt, the pain, it all makes sense now. I wasn't the one who failed. She was. My phone buzzes on the table, snapping me out of my thoughts. But I don't care. Not anymore. I fold the letter, my hand steady. The pain is still there, but it's quieter now. A chapter has ended. I feel lighter. Finally, I understand. And I can move on. I read the news on my phone. Diana's relationship with the businessman is falling apart. The man she thought would be her escape is now revealing his true colors. The breakup is ugly. The papers are full of it. They say it was all about money, that he was never really in love with her. I don't feel the anger or bitterness I expected. I feel nothing really, just a strange kind of detachment. It's strange, watching from the sidelines as her life unravels. I don't need to be a part of it anymore. She's no longer my problem. Her dreams of a perfect life with him have crumbled, and it's all because of her choices. She chose him over me. She chose betrayal over honesty. Now she's paying for it. Her business deals begin to collapse too. Investors pull out, and the foundation of her perfect world starts to crack. I see it all in the news. The whispers. The rumors. She's spiraling, losing everything she thought she had gained. And yet, I don't feel triumphant. I don't feel angry. I just feel distant. She's not my burden anymore. I've moved on. I built my life, and I'll continue building it without looking back. But deep down, I can't deny it. There's a small, almost satisfying sense of justice in watching her. She's facing the consequences of her actions, and for the first time, I feel like the universe is balancing things out. I watch her collapse, but I don't care enough to intervene. I don't need to. She did this to herself. Years have passed, but when I see her again, it feels like no time has passed at all. Diana. She's standing there in front of me, but she's not the woman I once knew. Her eyes are dull, her shoulders slumped, and the confident air she used to carry is gone. It's almost as if time has eaten away at everything that once made her whole. Kevin, she says, her voice softer than I remember, filled with something I can't quite place, regret, maybe? I stand there, not sure what to say. Not sure I need to say anything. She starts, her words faltering. I've made so many mistakes. You were right about everything. I feel a flicker of something in me, something familiar, but it's not anger anymore. It's nothing. I've moved past it. I've built a life without her. I don't need an apology, I say, my voice steady. I've moved on. I take a step back, away from her, feeling a weight lift off my chest. You can't undo what's been done, Diana. Her face falls. But I've changed, she whispers as if she's hoping I'll believe her. I shake my head. You had your chance. I pause, the silence heavy between us. I've made peace with my past. And it's not with you. I turn away, not looking back. I don't need to. I finally let go. I walk away, feeling lighter than I've ever felt before. This is my final choice, to walk away and never look back. I lean back in my office chair, looking out the window. The city stretches out before me, full of possibilities, and for the first time in a long while, I feel like I've finally arrived. My business is thriving, my investments are paying off, and more importantly, I've learned to trust myself again. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember the days when everything felt like it was falling apart, when I thought losing Diana would destroy me. But now, I realize it was the best decision I ever made. I took the money, yes, but more than that, I took control of my life. I chose myself. And that choice has brought me peace. The past feels like a distant memory now. Diana, once the center of my world, has become just another chapter, a lesson learned. I don't hate her anymore. I don't even feel the need for closure. What we had is gone, and that's okay. I'm no longer defined by her or the mistakes I made. I've built something for myself, and I'm proud of it. I exhale slowly, a smile tugging at my lips. I've come a long way. I'm ready for whatever comes next, whatever challenges, whatever opportunities. The future is mine to shape. And for the first time, I feel completely free.